Welcome to Google Reading.
Welcome, my name is Bjorn Berendt, and this is the Google Weekly Podcast, which is part of the AskBj.net network of EdTech services. Never stop learning. This is episode 5, What Cell Phone Should I Get? Recorded 11/29/2011. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully everybody had a great holiday weekend. I have to admit, this is the third attempt at recording this podcast. The first two attempts I did last night, and I got to admit, it was a very long day. I actually produced it, went to go listen to it, and realized that I was rambling on for 45 minutes about cell phones. So thought I'd try and shorten it up and make it a little bit more informative. So what's new in Google? First of all, they take holidays. There really wasn't much out there produced, and I'm considering with the holiday season, I'm glad to hear that. What did I do over the holidays? I actually went and visited my uncle in New Jersey, actually my uncles and their families, and it was really a great, fun time. While I was there, though, my uncle and my cousin both got new phones. My uncle has gotten the new Windows phone a little while back. And to be honest, he's looking to return it because it does not do what he wanted. And my cousin got the Razr. Along with this, both my wife and I have been talking about new phones because our contracts are up. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about the experience and what I'm looking with going into the new phones, what to look for, what I was looking for, and what is out there. Now, what is out there? When you're going to go to the Verizon store, which that's who we have. You might go to the AT&T, whoever else, but I know Verizon, so that's what I'm going to be talking about. First of all, if you're looking for the standard flip phone that you open up and you just dial a number and people call you, I could not find them. There may have been two over in the far corner, but I walked into two different Verizon stores in two different states, and those phones seem to be non-existent. So good luck if you're looking for just a plain old phone. What does that leave you? That leaves you with the smartphones. First of all, the smartphones, you're paying an extra $20 to $50 a month for the data plan. That's a pretty hefty cost, and I really am hoping that the cost will get reduced over time. I think is one of the more expensive costs, but if you want a smartphone, you're paying for it. So there's no getting out of it. So looking at smartphones, what is out there? Well, you have basically three operating systems out there, and you have the iPhone, you have Android, and you have the Windows attempt. And I'm going to call it an attempt because, like I said, my uncle who went out and said, I want the Windows phone because I use Outlook and everything else. It just does not work for him. My cousin who brought in the Android phone, my uncle says, that phone does everything I need it to do. Why did the salesperson sell me this one? So if you look at the Windows, or it has a lot of little boxes and scrolls up and down, don't go there. Moving on. So we have the iPhone. iPhone is actually a great phone, but it is produced by Apple. The hardware is made by Apple. The software is made by the operating system is made by Apple. And the apps are all approved by Apple. So what you get is a phone that is kind of like a monopoly. Nobody else has their hand in their thing, and you have no choice. If you want an iPhone, you go out there and you buy the iPhone. Luckily, Apple has made a decent product, but you only have one choice. So that leaves the Android phones. The Android phones give you choice. What Google did is they made an operating system and it says, here, anybody can put it out there. And everybody has. I mean, it can go on, any manufacturer can pick it up and put it on their phones. The new Kindle Fire from Amazon is actually running a version of Android. Probably Barnes & Noble Nook. I'm not positive about that one, but I'm guessing it probably has another Android version. They even made it so they could put it in like a refrigerator. So the Android operating system is very versatile. It can fit on anything out there. But that is also where it can cause problems, because people will put this on a very weak device. People will put this on a very advanced device. People will put this, they've put it on tablets. And so you get this very fragmented thing with the Android market. And on top of that fragmentation of the different hardware it can be put on there, they also have a new Android 4 that's coming out. It's called Ice Cream Sandwich, which is a big game changer. It will merge what they built for tablets and what they built for phones into one. It's a big, big update. But not all the phones will get that update. So not only do you have all this different hardware, but now you're having two operating systems. And it's just a confusing time. Next year, once Ice Cream Sandwich or that style of updates has settled down and become the norm, it'll be a little bit easier. So, like I said, my wife and I are looking for phones. And you look out there, and there's a lot of choices for the Android phones. So what do you look for? Right now, what I would recommend looking for is, are you a power user or are you not a power user? My wife is not a power user. She uses her phone to check Facebook, to check her email. I think she has a pedometer on there. Really not anything crazy. I mean, she may listen to some music and things like that. Me, on the other hand, I will use it in the classroom where I use it as a remote control app where I can remote control the computer I'm working on. I'll use it to track where the wireless is in the school. I've done keep notes on it and a lot of web clippings. So I'm a real big power user of my phone. Also, my phone is the one that my daughters always use, so a lot of their games are on there. And kids' games are intensive, just to let everybody know. I have one, they're very graphical. They usually have audio and video included all in one thing. Okay, so my wife and I have two different types of users. What my wife got, where we looked at it, was we actually did the Black Friday or the Cyber Monday, actually more truthful, version, and we got her the Incredible 2 by HTC. There was a few of them out there, and for her, the deciding factor in what we did is we actually went to the store, physically lifted them, and we found that the Incredible 2 was a little bit smaller. It fit in her hand, and with the deal that they had, it was in red. So it was a nice fit for her in that regard. For me, I know the Incredible 2 is not one of the ones that are probably going to get the ICS upgrade. It's not a phone that's going to probably run Android 4. So, and I run a podcast that's based on Google. I'm a power user. So I'm really looking for the extra oomph. So the phones that I am looking at are the Droid Razr, and soon to come out, it's called the Samsung Galaxy Nexus, which is, from what I've heard, due out on December 5th. The Razr is a highly powerful phone. It's still running Android 2.3, the older version of Android, and it's a great phone. Like I said, I got to play with it with my cousin was playing with it. The Samsung Galaxy Nexus is the first phone by Verizon that is coming out with the Android 4 operating system. Why is this significant? The Android 4 operating system merges the system that Android built for tablets with their phone. It's a much different interface. It's a much smoother interface. The apps can be more, how do I put it, versatile. They can have more customization put into it. So if you're an app developer, this version 4 or Ice Cream Sandwich update is a big update for you. This is something you want as a developer. So I'm waiting to see between the two phones which one of those two I want. Both of them are like dual core So they're really powerhouses. One has a little bit better camera. The Samsung has a lesser quality camera, but a faster clicker. I have no idea about the battery life. I can only kind of look at these things. But I know that if you look at computer-wise compared to a computer, the two phones that I'm looking at are probably twice the processing power of the one that I got for my wife. But they're both probably much bigger phones. They have, and they'll get the update. So there's two different uses for them. And that's the things that you should be looking out for. You should be looking to see what type of user you are. And when you go talk to the salesperson, you kind of give them an idea of the type of user you are, whether you're going to be a power user or a small user. If you're a lesser user, just kind of quickly, I want to check my email all the time, maybe listen to some music. Go find a phone that you like the size of. If you're a power user, go straight to them and say, okay, which ones are the powerful ones? Which ones are going to be the ones that are going to be able to run multiple applications, run game intent to play games on, and other cool things. That's pretty much my spiel when it comes to phones. And I can't really go too much more into it because I will start rambling because there is a lot to it. The one thing I do want to mention, on our trip, we took a 4-hour drive to New Jersey. And my wife and I both had the phones here. And I think I talked about this in my last show with the Google Music, or maybe not last show, but 2 shows ago about Google Music. In the Android market, they also have Google Video, where you can rent videos. So we brought a DVD player, which was broken, come to find out. The power cord would not take a charge anymore, so that thing just did not work. So I took out the phone, I went to the Android market, and I looked at the movies, and we rented Cars 2, and my wife and my daughter watched Cars 2 in the drive along the way up. And you have it for 48 hours. So when we got back from our trip, I sat down and I got to watch it too. And it was really nice that you could watch it on the phone. You could, if you downloaded it for offline, it's just on your phone. But if you didn't download it for offline, I could have watched it on the computer too. So we were able to grab a movie right from the Android phone, right from the Android market. And I thought that was a great feature, and this was on the old original Droid, so it doesn't matter which phone you have, it is available up there. Along the same lines, I will mention that one of the specs that they have for the Droid Razr that I have along with battery life is it can play up to 8.9 hours of video. So they're actually considering playing video with these and what you would be playing. So that's my spiel about phones. Hopefully it helped. If you have more information about phones and suggestions, please go ahead and comment on the blog here. We are coming up for Christmas, so great deals are expected to happen. I'd like to hear your opinion. I've been reading other people's, but I'd like to hear yours, my listeners. On to the next part of the show. So the app exploration. I've picked out 2 apps. First is FreshBooks. This is from the Google App Marketplace. And FreshBooks is an online invoicing application for small businesses. It's free for up to 3 clients, and then it looks like it starts at $20 a month for a solo account, or $40 a month for a team account. The free thing with 3 clients, I'm guessing, is just you can go in and test it. It doesn't really look like it's practical as a free application. I know I have a small business and I have many more than 3 clients already. So let's look at the reviews. Going into the reviews, it saves so much time. It seems to be the thing. I'm looking at all the reviews, time. I love this. Superb app. And there seems to be a new feature in there with some Gmail integration that is just people love. So FreshBook, it looks like it will make get paid faster with you can get paid using FreshBooks, using PayPal. It looks like it has a FreshBooks option, PayPal option, Google Checkout, Visa, MasterCard. You can do follow-ups, make it look a little bit more professional. And so it really helps you with the invoicing. I would take a look at it. I'm not going to go in much more of this. I use a different product, but this does look really nice. Now, I want to get on to the other one that I thought was really cool, and this is the Chrome app. So if you have Google Chrome, hit plus. If you don't have Google Chrome, you can just kind of go straight to Springpad. But the app is called Springpad, and it is available for your phone, so iOS, Android, probably not Windows. And it's available for your Chrome, and it's almost like a project manager. You can add notes and tasks, and you can create projects that both have notes and tasks. You can share those tasks. A lot of times they're saying you're doing recipes, so if you're someone who's keeping recipes, you can keep them in this, and you can share them with your friends and share them with other Springpad users. I thought it would be great for the classroom. If you're doing a research project, you can have all the projects go into this. You can create tasks, so you can keep on task. Probably should have been using this for researching my phones. It would have helped me keep organized. But they had some really cool features as I was looking into this. Some of the features that it has. First, there's this, I can't even explain it too well. Let's see if I can open it quickly. Opening. Let's see, all my stuff. Where'd it go? I'm actually looking for the wording of one of these tools because I thought it was really, really cool. It's called Board. And if you open it up, it's just a flat board that you can organize all the tasks, all the notes. I think somewhere I saw that you can add audio files, you can add web clippings to this. So it's this really nice way of laying it out as if it's on a desk. So you can put notes and tasks together in different sections. You know it's within a single notebook. And you can create a nice visual organization to it. That is something I have not seen in too many places that I thought was absolutely great. The other thing about this, let's keep going, is that it does have some browser extensions. So one of the things it can do is, I use Digo for this, but you can use, or Digo, I know it can do this. Evernote, I know can do this, but Springpad can also do this. As you're searching the web, if you find some information, either be a recipe, some information about the phone, you can highlight that section of the web page and clip it. So it gets added to Springpad. So as you're doing your research on the web, it's a way to keep all that information together in one place. There's a nice video on Springpad. If you look at the Chrome Web Store, it has 4.5 stars with 699 reviews of this. And it has over 300,000 users. So it is a very popular app. And, playing with it myself, I would have to say that it is worth its credits there. It's definitely worth a 4.5 star application, in my opinion. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap up the show. So thank you for listening to the Google Weekly Podcast with your host, Bjorn Barrett. You can follow the podcast and contribute by going to www.google-weekly.net. Again, thank you for listening and never stop learning.
This is Torrance, and thank you for listening.